Today, I have felt prompted to speak of the importance of preparation for a future event of supreme importance to each of us, the second coming of the Lord. The Scriptures are rich in references to the second coming, an event eagerly awaited by the righteous and dreaded or denied by the wicked.
So, Travis Wayne Goodsall. Yesterday I did my church news video in which yesterday morning's video, in which I demonstrated that I was restored to go over the news again, and sure enough, with the evening church news video that I did, I was cyber attacked. Freezing of the camera yet again. Now this is a threat to my life, liberty, and property to shut up, not to proceed with the video. It's supposed to intimidate me, to scare me, to, wet myself and cry and beg the church to take me back and not punish me any further. How's that worked? Over these 8 years, even decades, since I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew and the church has been doing this tactic to me, has this ever worked? Yeah, they know damn well I will die before I crawl on my hands and knees begging the church to stop. Bleep you, D-Todd. They know D-Todd is a coward who will not confront me in person to deal with his problems. He gets other people ordered to commit crimes for this church. And so sure enough, going over the news, I was again cyber attacked and shut down. But I was still able to get the news. Barely. They attacked me on Trump's news, his White House YouTube channel. Had to reboot the system. And then they came at me again. Now this indicates that it is not Microsoft directly. It is not Google directly. It is not YouTube directly. It is employees who are Mormon, who they've got the hotline to put out the call. Get them! And these employees are working for these companies, committing crimes for the church on behalf of representing those companies. Do these companies know this? I don't think so. Maybe they do. Maybe Bill Gates, he knows all about this and is purposely doing everything for the church. Just like President Donald John Trump. What the bleeping hell? I am warning him for years that the church is going to have him assassinated, that they are using him as a puppet to hand over money to the church and hand over the land back to the church. And then they're going to assassinate him. Because it's in the Book of Mormon. Book of Mormon is so true. And this dumbass is either not getting my warning, because Mormons are working under him to shut me up, to have him assassinated, or he is just a stable genius who thinks he can handle it all on his own. As he now has given $14 billion more to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are plotting to assassinate him. Good job. They'll now use that to hire another assassin who because the previous ones have failed. Just unbelievable. The incompetence of people in Armageddon. Unbleeping believable. So, yeah. So, yep. So it's even more threatening to me because this is now Friday. It's weekend time. And it's the final weekend before General Conference. The church is even more desperate to want to have me silenced and shut up, murdered, and woken up at 3:30 in the morning with a utility vehicle backing up. So I had to pick a different route to go running this morning. Nonetheless, yeah, the church wants their kingdom back, and they're still getting as much money as they can. They're going the other direction now. And expecting to have everything destroyed by conference so that Nelson can get up or sit down and say from Revelation chapter 16 verse 17, it is done. What gall I have. Right, Karen? What gall. Bleep you, Karen. Bleep you. I don't think she's, well, she could be married, which means the marriage is on the rocks because she uses as her thumbnail picture Braveheart. Shirtless Braveheart. She's not an AI channel. I checked. Oh, dear God. And for Mormons who are coming for the first time and are still sticking around to find fault against me, to prove that somehow the church is true, that I'm the one who's the apostate, and therefore we are justified in committing crimes against you because you're the enemy. You've never even read your Book of Mormon, have you? Dear God, I can put a Book of Mormon quote in the title of my video and Mormons will get upset because they know where it's from. Not specifically, but they've heard it before sitting in church and shutting up. So Mormons know that they're supposed to be good, and yet I can easily trigger a Mormon because they're guilty. All right, Oaks, right, D. Todd, right, Nelson. So the Strengthening Church Members Committee are the ones who were designated by Benson in 1985 after Kimball died, exercising unrighteous dominion before he's sustained in a vote before he died. With no authority. Dear God, how have Mormons been fooled on this? I saw it and was like, okay, something's wrong here. But I didn't know church history to know where it happened. Because it's supposed to be published in our canon of Scripture for any administrative changes. You know, not just, hey, we're no longer Jewish, we're now Christian. Yeah, that's kind of important to have a scripture on that. Jesus is now our Christ. Yeah, you kind of need a scripture on that. But instead, they took the original scriptures of Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon and changed the interpretation. Just like those Christians did in the first vision of Joseph Smith. To cause confusion and contention. It's just appalling to hear these prophets who are so evil getting up and quoting from the Book of Mormon about how it's so true and it can confound the dumbasses of the world, and then they misinterpret it to be one of the dumbasses that the Book of Mormon condemns. And they're pretending to be stupid on it. Oh, really? We're not following the Book of Mormon? Well, we just read it to you. We just read to you the Doctrine and Covenants, where it says right there in section 120, the quorum of the 12 apostles are allowed to touch tithing. You're not going to check it, are you? You're not going to check it. Mormons won't check it. Just like they've never checked the first vision. The prophets get up and say, Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ appeared to Joseph Smith. Where? Find it. Show me the name. Jesus appearing to Joseph Smith. Well, in verse 1, it's the name of the church. Mormons just play dumb, thinking that, oh yeah, oh, you got me, I'm the Antichrist. These bastards are spying on all of us. And this is the problem of criminal organizations. They have to have armed guards to protect them. They have to have fixers to protect them. They have to have their spies to protect them because they're committing crimes. People don't like it when people take their money from them, threaten their lives. And so people try to defend themselves. People try to punish them with counteroffensives. And thus why evil people who are just religious leaders, aren't they? Preaching to people to be good? What do they need armed guards for? Oh, right, they're hoarding money, causing poverty. The whole Operation Rio Grande was because the church was pissed off with all of the homeless at Temple Square, begging for food, begging for money, begging for a home. That this church caused them to be homeless. And because the church ordered other people to do it for them, the homeless are clueless that the church is responsible. But the church, they know the church is filthy rich, hoarding money, could easily solve the world's problems just like that. But because they caused it, they won't fix it. And so yes, they spy on all of us. They are hacking our systems to cyber terrorize us, spying on what we do. They know our every move. They know when you are sleeping. They know when you take a shower. Isn't that supposed to be teenage boys' fantasies? But as Mormon boys, we were told to turn it off. And here they are as old men about to die, and they're still doing it. God, these guys are creepy. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. So yes, like I told you, I have the Jeffrey Epstein files. I know who's on the list. I've been going over it with you guys. And so when another country finds out, oh, you're on that list, well, you've got to be fired. I'd go to the list for you. Yep, see, right here, I told you. You know, the UK ambassador to the US? Yep, there he is. The Duchess of York? Oh, there she is. And I'm concerned that even the Queen is there. Went over that with you last time. Oops. No wonder her son was involved. Just like Speaker of the House Johnson and his son sharing their porn together. Hey Dad, look what I found. Ooh, wow. Hey, check out what I just found. I love you, Dad. It's just so creepy criminal. Just disturbingly criminal. And yes, the church used to be involved in human trafficking and likely sex trafficking when they had their adoption agency. They want it back, by the way, and that's what they're hoping for conference. Hey guys, we're restoring LDS Family Services Adoption Agency. All of you raped women who are sinners, gonna have your baby taken from you again. Well, it's coming. Church is evil. And Mormons again play dumb. They know there's inverted pentagrams of Lucifer on the keystones of the doors of the headquarters Temple of Salt Lake. Don't give me this. I got my wedding photos taken there. I know now. You can't fool me. And yet, they still do. They threaten me to deny it. They commit crimes against me to shut up. Don't tell the world. We're keeping this a secret. Shh. You know, like Dallin H. Oaks, who can't keep his mouth shut, who's deeply offended if you record him. If you don't want people to know, shut your mouth. Real simple. And yet he couldn't shut his mouth. He was just so excited he had to burst it out and tell somebody. And he told mission presidents who were brand new, Saturday, March 14th, 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada, where he says, we're the puppet masters who are causing Armageddon. This is not the end of the world, Armageddon, but merely a test, a trial run. Really? You can do that? You don't know the day or the hour, but you can run a test? And this is what is hilarious in the bigger picture. If you've been following my channel, you know I've given you the days and the hours. I only found out about this last November. And so I've told you about the full latter days with the calendar dates and clock times of Revelation. Me! And so Oaks not only is leaking that they are the enemy of mankind to exterminate us, not just Trump, us, but that he's confessing Travis Wayne Goodsell is right. He's the guy. He knows. What gall do I have? So thank you, President Markey, for violating Oakes' orders. And sweet little sister Jessica, who's gone missing off the radar after she was finally emerging last year on a this year, on a marriage registry, and then again disappeared. After she had gotten back from her mission, she was posting all over the place that she was going to college, and she was working to flip houses for a living, and then, yeah, earlier this year, I think it was June, I found that she was on Target's wedding registry, and then nothing. She's gone. She's been gone. And I'm deeply concerned. I don't know. So, very sad. She's missing. Need to put up her picture. Have you seen this, Mormon? And so, because I'm the guy, this is deeply disturbing to me. I am deeply angered by the gall of this church and how easily Mormons are fooled by them, but also by the tragedies of Mormons' lives as a result, even those who are not Mormon, even those who are ex-foes. All of you are suffering because of the church. In 1971, the United States formed what's called RICO to take down criminal organizations like this. Previously, they were able to take down Al Capone, you know, the guy with the missing vaults, reported by Geraldo Rivera. In which they got him because of tax evasion. They found his ledger and busted him for that. But they couldn't take down his boss and the whole operation. And so in 71, RICO is now designed to take down the whole criminal operation, even if it's just to financially ruin such organizations. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the perfect opportunity for anybody to step in and shut them all down. But nope. Everybody keeps calling tithing a donation. God. And so yes, it's sickening. Really sickening to hear how Nelson has further blood on his hands with the people who are dying, even children who are dying because of Nelson. Everything is tied to him because he's the leader of RICO. He's the puppet master. Everything can now be blamed on him because of D. Todd Christofferson and the Strengthening Church Members Committee as the fixer, putting out the call, get him. Everything. Your life, if you've ever experienced any setback, Nelson is to blame. You can end it. You know, the 7 links to Kevin Bacon or whatever it's called. Yeah, well, it's 1 to 2 to Nelson. And so, yeah, Oracle. Trump signed over TikTok to Oracle. And so, in advance, I knew that it was the church. But I went and checked. Yep, there they are. There they are. So, TikTok, Oracle, church. 2. Told you. The 3 whatever of, so far I'm not being cyber attacked. You know, women out there yelling at the screen saying what it is. Yeah, no women watch my channel. "7 degrees of Kevin Bacon." You've got to get this picture. Are you going to allow it? Because typically, Google doesn't like me obtaining pictures that they provide freely. So yeah, we'll just replace Kevin Bacon with Nelson. So yes, I've been constantly telling this church, hand it over. It does not belong to you. You are stealing from Mormons. You are causing their suffering, not just the rest of the world. They need to be stopped. They need to be shut down. And you've got all of these Mormons on the hotline waiting for the call to commit crimes for them. And they think that, they're a part of something really awesome and fun. And they don't understand. The church will stab you in the back. They're using you like they're using Trump. And then when they're done with you, yeah, you're dead too. They don't care. If you happen to die in the collateral damage that they caused through you, oops. Thank you for your service. Law of sacrifice. Yeah, you get to go straight to the celestial kingdom of the devil. Good for you. Yeah, how are those 10 child bride virgins? And you believe that, huh? God, Mormons are so stupid. Just pathetically stupid to think that they can be rewarded for being evil. And I've seen that. Many a Mormon threatening me independent of the church and D. Todd, who think that they are going to hurt me. You're going to be murdered by Jesus, Travis. He's going to come on 8 April 2024 and he's going to murder you. Oh, really? What happened to him? Where'd he go? I'm here. He's not. So Armageddon. Oh no, Jesus is coming soon. When is the day of judgment? The Jews have it on October 2nd, but what do the Jews know? See, if the Mormons never get it. If the church is good and true and only a religion, telling people to be good, not stealing money, not giving out the call to hurt people, they don't need to worry. They don't need armed security. But because they're evil, they do what they do to make it worse. And Mormons never get it. It's just unbleeping believable. It's right there in the scriptures for you guys. Run the bleeping test, and you will know for yourself. And they never will do it. Mormons all just play dumb. Well, if I read the scriptures, I'll be held to a higher standard of law for which to be judged. So I'm going to remain stupid. Nope. You had the scriptures. That already places you on the higher level. If you chose not to read it, to be stupid, yeah, severe punishment. Oh, you didn't know about that? Oh, crap. Alma chapter 32, you dumbass. God. So, yeah, Antifa hate is rising. As much as everybody tried to come out and say, okay, now that you've assassinated Charlie Kirk, we want you all to calm down. Nope. Fox News is still on a tirade about Antifa, trying to trigger Trump to start the war in America. to get it going, just as the Palestinian leader got up at the UN and said, "Come on, UN, all you nations are now joining us, so do something about it. Send in your armies. Let's annihilate Israel. Get them. You're taking too long. Fund our operation. Hurry. Rebuild Gaza. Hurry. Do this for us now." There are 2 billion Islamists around the whole world. They're just trying to get other people to do their dirty work for them, so that they can come off as the good guys, the victims. Just like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, who are Islam too. They made a pamphlet about it. Oh my God. And so, Fox is upset that Trump isn't stepping up and taking it all down. And I got pissed with him this morning. You dumbass. You just gave $14 billion to your assassins. Just sickening. So, Hegseth calling for a military meeting. All world military leaders are being called to the Pentagon for a super sacred secret meeting. I'm sure it's just to share recipes and invite his family on that app. No top secret information whatsoever about a future military strike around the world. You know, like Armageddon. Nope, not at all. So, Canadian Post, they're on strike. No mail for you, eh? No mail for you. Yeah, the USU here in Utah Southern University, whatever it is, Utah State University. Isn't that the Logan one? Well, whoever they are in Utah, they bribed the Utah First Lady. It's always pathetic. You know, you got to accomplish something to get an award. The First Lady hasn't accomplished anything. She's in the title. Come on, it's her job to go around and tell people to be good and do stuff for children and women and blah, blah, blah. She didn't accomplish anything. Cut it out. We know you're bribing her. Just like the church. Get all of these people, especially Kimball. That was just sickening. He would be at the pulpit of conference after just receiving an award put around his neck, and there he is with the award around his neck. As the leader of the church, who's not supposed to be bribed from scriptures, to not seek the honors of men, and there it is, the honors of men around his neck. Do you need me to read the scriptures for you? Or do I just need to say no priestcraft is allowed so that you would know where I'm talking about? Or maybe I can go to the Great and Abominable Church, where they murder the Mormons for the honors of men. It's all in your scriptures. And you get mad at me? And like I warned you, psychology is evil. They came from Nazi Germany. They're thanking their American liberators with Armageddon. And so the psychology of intermountain mental care. Your kid is mentally retarded. We are building more beds for more children to be labeled as mentally retarded. If we build it, they will be designated as mentally retarded. KSL is just reporting this, and they're clueless of what they said. The title of the video, and they don't get it. They're playing dumb. They're treating you as dumb as the parents of the kids who are about to be labeled as mentally retarded. We're building more asylums to recruit more victims. God. No. Oh, KSL, oh my hell. Yeah, there's more. Got one more paper. So yeah, it's just like Jimmy Kimmel, who says he stands up to bullies and he doesn't let them threaten him. I likewise, as is very obvious here, they don't dictate my social behavior. My mom couldn't do it, neither will you. You taught me about agency, that it's Lucifer's plan to take it away. So bleep you. And I've told you before that in Zion, if we get it, the unredacted, uncensored video footage will be available for you. Jimmy, however, said he played the clarinet in high school. I was basketball. A real boys' sport. But yeah, from Placentia at Sierra Vista Elementary School, I knew about the bullies that he was talking about for his high school. Yeah, you're too young, Jimmy. You don't know. So, apparently, Amazon Prime is going to be sending me a check for $2.5 billion any day now. Just like the credit report company that sold off and got hacked for my credit information, and I got $1 for it. Just the other month, they finally, after all these years, had me put the $1 onto a card, which is a digital card, for which I had to type in the number to get something less than $1. My credit report leaked to all the world, and I get $1 in compensation. You know, the percentage is probably equivalent to what the church did to me for the 6 years of my life, and I only got $21,000 for that compensation. That's not even a full year's worth. It's a half a year of 6 years gone because of what they did to me. And it's even worse because all my property gone. Irreparable damage caused. And I only get a half a year of a regular person's salary. Bleep you. And so, I don't know if I covered this previously. I don't think I did, because I would have talked about how in Zion we aren't going to have a monetary system of economy. Remember the priestcraft scripture in the Book of Mormon? No, but you know about priestcraft? Yeah, it tells us very clearly, no monetary system of economy in Zion. You destroy nations with an economy. And so, no Zion, or no economy in Zion. And as a result, our medical doctors will not be constrained because of money. They will be able to freely do the research, having all the necessary equipment and tools to do the research. They will be taught science, not psychology. No symptom management. Actual searching for cures. And you're going to be surprised at how quickly the technologies are going to advance in Zion. It will astound you guys. Because right now, a medical doctor has to work for a hospital. And they get a bunch of clients, and they have to keep those clients continually coming in order to make money. But the doctor can't do it because that would be causing harm to the clients, and so the hospital does it. And then the doctor, even though they know what is necessary for their client, they can't prescribe unless the insurance company permits them to prescribe the certain things to help big pharma. All a criminal racket. And as a result, people are not being cured when they could have been. People are suffering when they don't have to. And so, finally, they found that gene therapy helps prolong people with Huntington's disease. Yeah, if we were in Zion, there would be a cure. Because it's just a prolonging. That's another problem of a monetary system of economy. If you were to cure all of the world's problems, there would be a lot of people going out of business. Just like with the government shutdown, if Democrats don't vote for it, lots of people are going to get fired. Well, yeah, it's a government shutdown. What you're planning on doing is murder. And threatening the Democrats? You better sign. And you know they will. They always have. But Trump insists, we're shutting down the government. We're going to do it. You're to blame. You dumbass Trump. You're playing right into the hands of the church. Because everybody thinks Trump's responsible. Nobody thinks that it's the church who told Trump to do it. Again, strengthening church, or not strengthening church members committee, the Council for National Policy, Donald Trump. 2, the 3 degrees of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So, Putin is now attacking America up in Canada. When Putin was doing this recently to Europe, sending in the drones, Trump was asked about this and said they should just shoot him down. That's exactly what Putin wants. And then Putin will claim, you shot down my drone. You declared war. I'm coming in. I'm the victim. Yeah. So, Putin did it to Trump in Alaska. So is Trump going to shoot him down? Or is he going to taco out again? Putin is trying to provoke war, but in a way that he isn't held responsible. Too late, you already struck. When you invade somebody's airspace, that is a declaration of war. Poland finally told Putin, you are declaring war. You do this, we're shooting them down. So, will Putin send them into Poland again? Or is he all talk and no action? The trigger for Armageddon is at our doorsteps, guys. Just like the church, trying to trigger Armageddon. They're behind it all. Just 2, not 3 needed, just 2. 2 degrees. Yeah, LDS owns stock in Oracle. Already covered that. Yeah, down goes Comey. I don't understand it. So I've got all these pictures for you for the news. Yeah, there he is. Comey. He gave Trump the 2016 election, and this is how Trump thanks him. He did you a favor, though, Trump. You owe him. It's too close to the election to investigate anything about Trump. We're not going to do it. It's the policy that we've had as a tradition. It's not really a law, but it's just a policy that we don't want to violate. It's too close to the election. But Hillary, oh my God, we are opening up an investigation on Hillary. And now Trump has locked him up. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, Tyler, despite being in the psychiatric observation area, he's allowed a lawyer. Bastard. But Utah is only going to pay that lawyer $1 million. Once he's reached the $1 million limit, nope, that's it, you're cut off. I'm sorry, Tyler, I can't be your lawyer anymore. I know I was about to present how they have no case against you, but the money ran out. Good luck. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Sickening. So yeah, this is all for show. Because Armageddon's supposed to happen, so that none of this will be needed. Normal court cases take years. And so yeah, this is what they're informing us, is that it's going to take years because they have to do an investigation to find evidence. So, yep, that should be enough to, yeah, Armageddon, that's what they're hoping for, to shut it down. KSL, again, oh dear God. I am going to read Tamara Vaifanua's title of the video clip. AI isn't taking over, it's changing how we live. If it changes how we live, it's taking over. We aren't choosing how to live. AI is dictating how we live. It's taking over by definition. Camera! You betrayed Fox 13 because they weren't Mormon enough to go work for the church. And then you pull this crap? Oh my God, you're not even a blonde. Camera, come on. And so, Fox 13, not to be outdone by KSL, had two of their own. How to use AI chat box for financial advice. You're getting yourselves criminally negligent in your reporting. People are gonna sue you. Fox 13 and KSL told me to do it. Oh dear God. Other one, again, psychology. Psychology is AI. They put psychology into the programming of AI. Guys, listen to me. Stop. And so Fox 13 also is teaching how to deal with trauma. No, you don't deal with trauma. Trauma is an external cause. Stop the person causing the trauma. Once that is done, you now have relief. And that relief allows you to move on. When you're in trauma and it's not being resolved by the causation, you have post-traumatic stress. It's not post-traumatic, it's still the original trauma, because the original trauma has not been stopped. This is the con of psychology. You know, my Uncle Dennis was drafted into Vietnam. He saw things that nobody should ever have to see. So he comes back scarred with the memories of that abuse and trauma. And yeah, it wasn't stopped. We just find another war to get involved in. He joined the police force. Oops. And so, what he finally did was pick up an art hobby of sculpting and had to go isolate from the world to work at a Vietnam memorial where his sculpture was erected, to be the groundskeeper, to live the rest of his life. That has provided him with sufficient peace despite all the trauma going on. He removed himself from the trauma, even though the trauma still exists and still would have flashbacks if he watches a war movie or hears about the news of any wars going on. I'm sure with Armageddon, he'd be triggered. Stop the causation of the trauma, and your whole feelings are adjusted properly. Yet psychology instead tells you to deal with it. We're not going to have the trauma stopped in your life. It's going to continue to exist. There's nothing you can do about it. So deal with it. Get over it, you sensitive snowflake. Here's some drugs to supply Big Pharma with money. And yep, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owns stock. Which is actually a 3. The psychologists, unless they're family services, which is just 1, as you put on Big Pharma drugs, and then the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. In fact, if it's family services, it's not just family services for the 1, but it's also the 2, as they put you on Big Pharma. So it's a 1 and a 2. God. So there was a prison rebellion in Utah going on. They're being fed illegal food, which that's interesting. What the hell is illegal food? I saw the picture of it, and there's no way it's going in my mouth. I'd be starving too. But nonetheless, I guess it's illegal for some reason. And so yeah, there's a prison rebellion right now. They don't want to eat illegal food. Yeah, so I covered the psychos with their misinformation being programmed into AI misinformation. So there you have it. We're all doomed. We're all going to die. You don't care. You don't understand. The church is behind all of this.